Okay, welcome everybody. So listen, it's July 24th, right? For those of you who are new or older members that are part of the Roaring Kitty community, welcome. Again, my name is Amal. I've been basically part of the crypto space for almost like 7.5 years now running, and decided to create this meme coin experiment as something that I really think is probably one of the more honest, egalitarian, unique ways of experimenting in crypto, which is that I truly believe that meme coins are the most honest form of like a social contract between the buyer and the seller, between the investor, the trader, the creator, the developer, whatever you want to call it. Because truly, in meme coins, there are generally no expectations other than community, vibes, memes, etc. Right? So what that brings us to is Roaring Kitty as our current meme coin that we've created. And it is truly, a very well understood concept that Roaring Kitty is nothing but a bet on Keith Gill, a.k.a. Roaring Kitty, the guy who shook the financial system 4 or 5 years ago, right? Blowing up a couple of hedge funds. And he's back again, really kicking ass in trading. He's trading GME stock, Chewy stock. And so the coin itself represents Keith Gill. The coin itself represents Roaring Kitty, the character. And we believe that people like Roaring Kitty are basically the optimists, the true people that represent the average individual like me and you and every other person in crypto, right? Because we're all here to basically make money and make it. Whether you want to make a career out of this, whether you want to build a project, trade meme coins, whatever your flavor is, that is kind of what meme coins are about. That is what crypto is about. And putting it all together, that is kind of what Roaring Kitty and Keith Gill represents. And that's what our token represents, which is a pure play bet on Roaring Kitty and Keith Gill. Okay, so now moving on to, and by the way, you can see a video, like a brief video, if you're not familiar with who Keith Gill is. We actually created a 1-minute video segment on exactly who Keith Gill is, what he represents. We created this video and we've posted it in our pinned messages. Let me see if I can find it here, and I'll post it in the chat right now. It's in our pinned messages, so you can scroll up. It's on July 22nd, I posted. But here's the video again, video of Keith Gill. All right, explainer. And you can watch this and you can try to figure out, like, what is this, who is this Keith Gill, what does he represent? And then how does our token, Roaring Kitty token, represent this person? All right, now, going forward, we have created this token on Base Chain specifically because we believe that Base Chain is the chain of the future, especially on Ethereum. One, because it is owned by Coinbase, created by Coinbase, and basically all the Coinbase users that are on Coinbase, whether it's in America or all over the world, have the most easiest accessibility to the Coinbase wallet, the Coinbase Smart Wallet. And what that does is, any person who deposits money through their bank account, ACH, credit card, right through Coinbase, is easily able to use Coinbase Smart Wallet and buy meme coins like Roaring Kitty. This is the one thing that really fascinated me of Base Chain itself, which is this concept of I can be on Coinbase itself and basically be able to buy, Roaring Kitty, the meme coin, without having to move money into MetaMask, like all of us generally do, use different, wallets, browser wallets, phone wallets, whatever, to buy Roaring Kitty. Here, Coinbase itself says, hey, you can use whatever you have on the exchange, Coinbase, and use Smart Wallet to just directly buy Kitty, the token. And that to me is an amazing opening for the average retail consumer to basically punt meme coins. Because I think for those of you who have been in crypto long enough now, one thing we've realized is all these fucking VCs, all these projects that have been creating tokens, they're all, majority of them, looking to dump their tokens on you, period, right? Period, full stop, because they already know that they have the best deal before you can even recognize that this token exists, that this project exists. And by the time you hear about it, they've inflated the value, they've inflated the token significantly higher, and they're going to dump on your heads. So I think meme coins themselves came out with this truly sort of open border concept of anybody can buy it very early. And it's a pure play bet where there's no future expectations of what utility it has. And again, our coin has zero utility. And yet there are thousands of people that are holders of Roaring Kitty. There are hundreds of people, thousands of people in Telegram chat, in Twitter, in other groups that support our token. Why? Because it's the most honest coin, right? It's honest in that everybody knows we represent Roaring Kitty, the character, Kitty, the token. We're on Base Chain, and we're just purely a meme coin. There's nothing you, me, or anybody else can make up about the project and say, oh, well, why are you not delivering? There's nothing to deliver other than just community, good vibes, good memes. The day we fail at that, the day meme coins themselves fail. So far, we've done a phenomenal job, and credit to every single person in here. Definitely a shout out to people like Crypto Life, Repro, Alberto, every person in here who's been grinding with us since the very beginning. Sorry if I missed anybody, right? But there's a long list of people I'm going to thank one day with a beer and just hanging out in person. And so every person who's been grinding with us has been here since the very beginning of the project, where they've grinded with us all the way down when we were at close to 100K market cap less than 5 days ago. Now we are starting our ascent. Okay, now we are starting to see the market itself turn around. BTC currently sits at 66,000. Ethereum sits at $3,500. The market itself is doing a lot better. We see ETH starting its inflows. We see Bitcoin inflows starting up again. all the animal spirits of the market are coming back slowly. And the first thing generally in the market to get bid up is meme coins. Why? Again, because it's the simplest understanding for retail consumers to just buy into something, which is number one, a meme. They understand what community is rather than reading through a white paper or trying to understand tokenomics exactly of which VC got into which project at what stage. We are truly the most open market form of project and tokenomics that one can offer. Any person had the same opportunity I did, which was you can buy at 0, you can buy at 100K, you can buy at $1 million, or you can buy at 500K today, right? The Roaring Kitty token. And you will have the same opportunity like I do tomorrow or a week from now or a month from now when the project is at 10 million, 50 million, or 100 million to sell at whatever moment that you want to, okay? So we launched this project as a fair launch, which is, again, any person who wanted to buy the project has to buy on the open market. There are no team wallets. There's no marketing wallet. There are no initial airdrops, no nothing. You can look this up on the chain itself. You can look this up in the smart contract of Roaring Kitty itself on Basescan. You can see all the previous wallets that were initially distributed, any amounts of tokens. All this stuff is on the blockchain if you ever want to do research, right? So the point is that we are probably one of the most honest meme coin projects that are out there on Basechain. And we don't represent really any form of utility other than the fact that we're trying to build games, play to earn games. We're trying to create these different opportunities for the tokens to be spent, right? It doesn't mean that the token itself will have a utility. We're just trying to reward people in our community tokens. For those of you who have been part of our community for a little while, you know that we have rewarded a shit ton of tokens to the members who've been here grinding with us. Whether you were rating, you were posting on Twitter, you were active in Telegram, a contributor, you were a meme artist, you created videos for us, you created gifts for us, whatever you did, you got rewarded. If you were on Warpcast, you got rewarded for giving us a shout out, or basically touting Roaring Kitty any way, any form. I made sure that every single person who gave us any bit of support for Roaring Kitty got paid. All right, and now that payment is going to pay off. We're finally moving up because people are starting to recognize that Roaring Kitty itself is not bullshitting anyone. We are purely a meme coin, and we accept that. That's what we are. Other influencers have slowly found their way to us. And by the way, some of these influencers, they actually reached out to other people of other projects and asked about Roaring Kitty. Again, I've been a big proponent of never giving any tokens to any influencer. So till today, even after I've paid the influencers thus far, not a single one of them has gotten any Roaring Kitty token, okay? Not a single one have we paid the Kitty token. I've given them USDC, again, stablecoin, out of my own pocket, okay? But not any one of them has been given a single token. Why is that good? Because when I give them USDC, it's up to them to believe in them having any influence or marketing strategy, and they will then buy the token on the market, push the price up, right? And then they will basically shill it to their community, to the YouTube audience, TikTok audience, Instagram, Telegram, etc. I've put in a couple of links into our Telegram chat of the 4 people that we've hired and paid so far. 2 are women, 1 is from Italy, and I think the other girl is Ukrainian. 2 are the guys who I hired. 1 is from Argentina, and I think the other is from Spain, if I'm not mistaken. So why do we pick such a diversified audience? For the most part, to be honest, all the American bros that I reached out to in crypto are super fucking expensive. And in my experience and experience of other projects, they have not delivered any kind of actual momentum or game plan of pushing meme coins up. Right? All they do is take money and they don't do shit with it. So we decided to go off the path and pick influencers who have truly, a belief in the project, like they do in Roaring Kitty, and we paid them only in USDC, not Roaring Kitty tokens. So people have asked me, how much of the Kitty token have we given away to these people? I said 0. 0 because all this money came out of my pocket. So this is why I encourage you guys, if you're a holder and you want more influencers on board to talk about our project, to shill our project on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Telegram, wherever, you need to donate to the marketing wallet. Don't just be a fucking person that exists in Telegram and hopes that their bags are pumped and not contribute. Because the one thing that we've learned in our community is that when we all work together, right, we can all basically pump our bags. Every person benefits because the price is going up. Okay, so every person benefits. So if you donate to the marketing wallet, all right, I'm just using that money to pay more influencers. I cannot shill out, more money out of my own pocket to do this. Okay, so I highly encourage you guys, go into the main chat, just type in MW, okay, /MW, like I just did right now, and that's the marketing wallet. I just take these funds and I give it to different influencers that we have trusted and that other projects have trusted and told us about. Okay, cool. Now let me open up the floor real quick for any questions or discussions before I continue further. Any questions so far? Can everybody hear me? Hopefully I haven't been talking just one side.
Yes, we can hear you. I was thinking about something, but I forgot about myself to start with something else. Let me think.
Okay, no problem. Well, let me tell you guys sort of the game plan near term, all right? And near term, I mean like anywhere between 24 hours and 72 hours, okay? Every single day, by the way, as we do raids, we have a running leaderboard that we reset pretty much every day.
Did you do some foundationally?
Hey, sorry, can you guys hear me now? Okay.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so let me tell you guys. So let me tell you guys a game plan of the next 24 to 72 hours of what we're doing. All right. The 4 KOLs that we're working with right now. First of all, again, they are pinned messages that you can read and see the videos, the YouTube links, everything that these guys have done for us. Two are Spanish guys, one from Argentina, one from Spain, and the other two are two European women, Italian and Ukrainian. And they've done tremendous work for us, not only in the fact that price is going up, but I can see the actual work that they're putting into their community that they have on YouTube or Telegram, and I see them actively, talking about Roaring Kitty token. This is something that I hugely appreciate, right? Any person can make one TikTok video and never talk about the token again. But these guys are actually buying themselves, and then they're telling their community that, hey, this token is probably going to 10, 20, $30 million. But they believe it in the same way that you, me, and every other person does in Telegram, right? So now we have hundreds and thousands of, other people who believe in us that are not maybe part of our Telegram. They're in some other country believing in our Roaring Kitty token, and they're here just buying, supporting the price, supporting the floor. And these people have explicitly said that, hey, at 500K, this is a pretty solid fucking deal, because they're not thinking, oh, I'm going to sell at 1 million. They're thinking, oh, I might sell at 10 million or 25 million, right? Because a lot of these influencers, the great thing about them is that when they believe, they really fucking believe, right? They're really thinking that their average price and their average buy-in is 200, 300, 400K, and they want a 20X or a 50X or a 100X, which means that if you're buying in at, I don't know, 300-400K average market cap price, you're really thinking like you want to get this thing to a 15 to 20 million market cap. Some people really, really believe that we can drive this thing up to 50 to 100 million. That's something that I believe in also, by the way, right? This is one of the reasons why I have not sold a single token out of my main wallet here, which is the number 2 Doxed wallet. Again, I am fully doxed. My wallet is fully doxed. You can check the number 2 wallet of the holders. And the number 3 wallet is actually one of our supporters who has been donating a lot of money also to the marketing efforts. So I definitely want to give him a shout out. So me, number 2, the number 3 wallet, and actually, in fact, the top 10 wallets have not sold a single token for probably the existence from the beginning of the project. So you got to ask yourself, what do the top 10 holders know that I don't? Why are they hanging on to this? Even when the price was at 2 million market cap, why didn't they sell anything? Because at 2 million market cap, guys, my entire bag, I think, was worth like 100K or 120K. I didn't sell a single token. So when you're in here and you look at 500K market cap, don't just think a million or 2 million. Think in the same way that these other influencers are thinking, which is they're really thinking this fucking thing is going to go to like 25 to $50 million. And guess what? They're going to work hard for their bags, and we're going to work hard for our bags, which means everybody is working hard for everyone's bags. Okay? We also have, again, a lot of meme contests that go on a daily basis. We have raid contests, which we pay out people. I have this running sheet of, see, I just dropped this in the chat. This is a running total of every single person that I have given tokens to that has been a contributor of our community. So far, we've given to individuals, and I think there's been at least 205 or 210 unique individuals that we have given tokens to that have earned anywhere from 100,000 tokens to like 1.5, 2 million tokens over the past 2 months. And all this is documented by me in a very meticulous way in this Excel sheet. The reason I do this is because we can kind of show people the way of how you can stay organized as a meme coin. Just because you're a meme coin doesn't mean that you have to just, be wishy-washy and not be organized and not run this thing like a real business, right? You still need organization, you still need structure, you still need a community, and you still need people continuously working together as a team to for one unified goal. So this sheet here that I just dropped in the chat helps us track how many tokens that we've given away. So far to individual contributors, we've given away, I think, close to 20 to 24 million tokens. So that's about 2.4% of the entire float, right? Which is big. And I'm glad we did that because it helped us kind of grind through the tough times that we had in our community when we were sitting at 2 million and we went all the way down to 1 million or 100,000, right? We've also given almost, I think, 6 million or 7 million tokens to people on Warpcast, whether that's by swapping or tipping. We have pay bots and swap bots enabled on Warpcast, which basically means like if you have Warpcast, you can tip people with Kitty tokens, like natively in Warpcast. You could just say, slash paybot, pay, so-and-so person 100,000 Kitty tokens, and the bot itself will do that out of your MetaMask wallet. It's actually really cool. We developed that about a month ago, and it's working pretty well. So we gave, I think 75 or 100 people. I can't even keep track of the people I've given to on Warpcast, but we've given a lot of people those tokens. And then we've also had several different communities that have gotten airdrops. Okay, we had the Bull-Eyed airdrop, which was at in June, and that was, I think, close to 10,000 different holders who got around like 15 million or so tokens. So they probably got, let's just say, I don't know, like 25 cents or 20 cents back then, right? Now I think their tokens are probably worth 40, 50 cents. The reason we did that is because we wanted to up our holder count, and we wanted to give tokens at a lower market cap when we know that when we pump, okay, like we are pumping right now, all those 10,000 people, they're going to look at their wallet and they'll say, what is this thing in my wallet that was worth 20 cents and now it's worth $2? And maybe someday it's worth $20, right? So as the price keeps going up, you now have a gang of 10,000 new holders on the Bull Light app. We also have different communities that we airdrop to, but all these different communities, they're all going to look at their wallets, their phone apps, wherever they have their tokens. They're going to say, hey, this thing I had was only worth $1. Now it's worth 10 because our market cap has gone up 10x. Why is that important? Because when you see something just 10x in your wallet, you're inclined to buy it because you are then actively supporting this thing and you're saying, hey, I was only given $1 for free, but now I have $10. In a lot of parts of the world, that's a lot of money, right? When you get, like, let's just say $1 or $10, you're not inclined to sell right away, especially if the price is going up. You're inclined to, in fact, buy and double down on your bet. And you are not going to buy with just another $5 or $10. You may buy with 200, 500, or maybe 1,000. So we are actually igniting the next wave of holders as price goes up. So as you see price sitting at 500K market cap, put yourself in the mind of those people who are rewarded all these tokens at 100K market cap. They are not looking to sell right now. They're thinking, holy shit, I just made a 5x on this. Let me just put in more money because maybe this thing could go to $1 million. Maybe this thing could go to 10 million or 25 million or 50 million. All right, this is the method of thinking that every person, in my opinion, needs to think about in terms of meme coins. As long as the developer, right, myself, is active and he's contributing, he or she is contributing, as long as the community has good vibes, as long as we're memeing hard, we have good vibes in our community, we're active on Telegram, we're active on Twitter, our website is good, the tokenomics are good. As long as all those things are good, and trust me, all our stuff is fucking intact. We are great. Every other meme coin community looks at us and asks us, like, what are you doing right? How do we replicate this? Even on my Workcast messages this morning, guys, I had 7 different meme coin creators ask me, hey, how did you figure out how to implement this marketing strategy? How did you grind out this brutal, punishing bear market in your coin, where your coin went from 2 million to 100K market cap? How did you make sure that the community was engaged? How did you pay for all these people without ever giving them tokens? These are all questions that every other person has. And guess what? We have the answer to it. So every other community is actually looking at us and they're saying, these guys are clearly onto something, right? And by the way, I'm not someone who came up with all these plans on my own. I actually learned from other people who did things right. For example, I've been in constant contact with people in the ALF community. I've been in constant contact with the people in Toshi community and Bread community. And I asked them, and I said, hey, what are things that you guys have been doing, the last several months that actually helped your price stay up or stay elevated? And they gave me some of their secrets. And now, guess what? It's time for Roaring Kitty. In the same way that Toshi sits at 80 million market cap, or ALF sits at 4 million market cap, or Brett sits at $1 billion market cap, all you really got to do is believe in your community, grind out with your community, and you too can probably enjoy those days when we get to 70, 100, 500 million market cap. Okay? None of these people, by the way, ever believed that they could accomplish such massive market cap levels. I asked them, I said, did you ever think that your coin would ever get to 50 or 100 million? They had no idea. They had no idea that their coins would actually go up this much. And honestly, it's hard for me to even believe that our coin today sits at 500K, and maybe tomorrow or next week, it's probably going to be at 5 million or 20 million or 50 million. But the great thing is, as long as you grind out with us as part of the community, you work for your bags and I work for our bags, I think we'll be just fine. Questions? Awesome. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna continue to do what we do best, which is continuing to spread the vibes on Roaring Kitty. On Twitter, we keep rating hard, guys. All the big buys that you find, like anything above $1,000, you can forward to Secret Base. Okay, because they are now at least enjoying Roaring Kitty's success. They've allowed me to talk multiple times. 2 of the admins there have asked me to speak Friday. And of course, we also have a bunch of influencers that have posted about us. And we also have 2 or 3 more influencers that we need to line up for tomorrow and Friday. Okay, we're not going to do weekends just because I don't think it's worth it. We're probably going to do the next week. But again, I've coughed up a lot of money for these influencers. All right, you guys need to start donating to the marketing wallet. If you don't donate, we can't do more influencers to do more work for us. All right, so lock in, grind for your bags. Whatever you need to do, whether it's rating, talking about Roaring Kitty in Reddit groups, make TikTok videos, creating content. If you create content, if you show me that, hey, look, I'm grinding for us, I'm gonna make sure you get paid. All right, whether it's tokens or USDC or whatever. All right, thank you, everybody. That's all I got. If there's no more questions, I'll give you guys 15 seconds to unmute yourself and ask a question. If not, I will end the chat.
I don't think there are any questions to be asked, man. You've just said it in a way that I don't think anyone else would have done it. Great choices for the marketing strategies, man. Trying to target different markets, which I personally wouldn't know talk about them. But yeah, what have you done so far? Incredible.
Thank you, thank you. And you know, again, when it comes to meme coins, guys, it takes a village. So everybody needs to put their hand in some way, somehow contribute. If you don't know what to do, ask. All right, because all of us, you know, there's no formula for success for meme coins. It's literally just everybody putting in one brick at a time, and that's how you build this massive building, this massive empire. Okay, let's keep kicking ass, let's keep grinding, and we'll catch up real soon. All right, take care. I'm gonna record this session and post it up on YouTube, and let's keep grinding, folks. Grind till 25, 50, and 100 million. Peace.
Peace.